queen of vampires is dead. A new leader will be chosen. But first, vengeance. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're lost in the sauce, go check out my previous videos. I promise you, this story is amazing. This is DC versus Vampires, the War of V. And we continue where we left off with the man and the child in the snow. They were dying, or rather, she was dying. But before she could pass on, they were saved by two humans. There was still good in this world, but just a lot of bad. Because at this moment, the humans were meeting up with another diplomat. But this diplomat came with a threat. This was Aquaman. As we know, he lost his eye in a fight with his wife, Mira. And he was here with a simple proposal. Bring me the cursed child, Damian Wayne. He killed our queen. Retribution must be paid. Do this and your treaty will stand. Fail us and your treaty is void. Lois Lane revealed, bruh, he is not one of us. We don't talk for him. Arthur didn't care. He just went back in the ocean and told her, tell the remaining people hiding to come out. I'm done here. You have my message. And they did. Now they needed to talk about it. But this conversation was short. Canary was wondering why the vampires were so worried about one kid. Lois Lane didn't care. She wanted to keep the peace, but this is not peace. We are in servitude. Lois Lane and many more thought this treaty was the best they were going to get. But that was not the way Green Arrow saw it, because he took a squad and he was going to do damage in the vampire city. I mean, my boy said, fuck the treaty. I am becoming a terrorist. Every vampire must die. Every single one. They set charges all over their vampire city. Himself, Zealot, Black Cat, and Swamp Thing went around just planting bombs. But when they wanted to set the charge on one last building, Swamp Thing said no. We cannot destroy a building with life. If you know Swamp Thing, you know full well he doesn't give a damn about human life. This form of life is precious to him. This form of life is the green. But this was weird. Why were vampires growing foods they cannot eat? They had stumbled into a secret they were never meant to know. Just like John Constantine was trying to remember a secret he did know, but was forcefully erased from his memory. If you are confused about this, go check out my previous Volume 2 coverage, because John Constantine was going through it. I mean, his best mates, his fellow magic users were all eradicated by someone or something, and he cannot remember what happened. The Spectre was clearly trying to remind him, but someone else was there to block the path. Jason Blood, Etrican. He said, don't try to remember, John. You guys almost destroyed our lives and yours. But John didn't take kindly to this. First of all, what the hell are you doing in my room, vampire bastard? And what the hell did you do in my mind? Jason Blood found this absolutely amusing as he slapped him away with one hand. I saved your life. You should be thankful, John Constantine. But John wasn't thankful at all. You must have forgotten who you are, mate. Jason Blood, however, didn't want to talk. He had given his message and he had left. Just as Miss Marvel came inside to protect John, but there was no one to protect him from. And right now, other things were happening because the parent and the kid stuck in the snow were being checked on. They thought her father was dead. He wasn't. He was just undead. He wanted to know where his daughter was, and they said, she's safe. She's here. He said, thank you. Dressing up. The doctor, however, had other plans. He clicked a button and people came. As this man was checking on his kid, they aimed guns and bows at him. They knew he was undead and she was alive. They could not in good conscience let him walk out of here. I mean, clearly you're protecting her and that is honorable, but you are a bloodsucker. She could not live a good life with your kind. Give her to us and you may leave. He didn't care. She's my daughter. I'm not leaving her with you at all. Fuck you talking about. He was planning to leave, but they shot him in the chest and he was like, you shot me? You missed my heart from that distance and you want me to leave my kid with you? Screw you. As he ran towards the sun, he put on his mask and we find out that this man is Mr. Miracle. His kid is well protected with him because Mr. Miracle is a good parent, unlike Dahlia Al Ghul. she was a terrible mother, but she would do one thing, and that is also protect her kid. As Alfred stepped in the room, she tried to get him to get her some wine, but he clarified, I do not work for you. Your son is fucking it up for the human race. What do we do? She didn't care, bro. That's my blood. You guys do not touch him. Midway through the conversation, though, she told Alfred to shut up. Guards. But the guards didn't respond. She just saw her head rolling, and she stopped it. You have made a mistake. Do you know who I am? But this person was not someone she should be talking to that way. This person was Diana. And if you know Diana, she is the most dangerous person in the DC universe. Talia thought she was the shit, but Diana was the real monster. Even Alfred was afraid. They fought, and it was a fight for the ages. Talia was one of the most dangerous women on the planet, but she was not Diana. With one smack to her face, she put her down. Bruh, you are good. The stories of you don't do you justice. You would make an amazing vampire, but Talia didn't care. She charged at Wonder Woman, but Wonder Woman just used her lasso to catch her. She asked her a question, where is your son? And honestly, Talia didn't know. This was fine, absolutely, because Wonder Woman was here to send a message as well. Your son killed my queen. You will pay. Finding a lever, she hung Talia, and Talia was forced to pass slowly. Alfred tried to fight. He broke chairs on Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman didn't say nothing. She just said, do what you need to do to feel like a hero. But she dies. And she was right, because at that second, Talia passed away. And as soon as she was gone, she went for Alfred. You love the boy as well, and he loves you. Alfred must have sensed it, because he knew, Wonder Woman is not to be played with. He locked himself in the vault, but that would never stop her. He wouldn't even stop her child. The force of her punch was so heavy, he was on the ground begging for his life, but she had other plans. What to do? Do I kill you? Do I poison you like you did my lord? Do I burn you alive like you did my queen? Do I use magic to rip you apart like you did Zatanna? Nah, I'm going to do you like you did my maker. I'm going to literally rip you to pieces. Diana was dangerous, and so was Alfred, because he had a weapon he had always feared to use, and now this was a reason to use it. With the power of will, he unleashed a force so strong it blasted Diana in the chest, and she went flying. She had actually taken damage. Alfred heard the call, and he had been ignoring it, but now he had accepted his new fate, his new role. Alfred was the Green Lantern, and maybe, just maybe, this will be enough power to put down Diana for good, because she was dangerous.